Hey everyone, Shawn here with my good buddy Moo.
Hey guys.
And we're going to be talking to you about how to find your swing every single day. Moo has been playing now, this is his 5th year.
Yeah.
When was the last time I gave you a lesson on any body part in the golf swing?
Never. It's mostly task.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it starts with task, and you guys can take a look at our premium site at wisdomandgolfpremium.com and check out our grass whips and our axes and our hammers and really get to see how easy the swing is so that you get yourself on the path of never having to lose your swing again. So we never think body parts. But there are two very key elements in your swing that are there to sabotage unknowingly. So we don't want these things to hide you from your swing. So if we keep those at bay, I would say that the vast majority of the time you'll find your swing.
Right.
And Moo's got some amazing insights because, you know, this is his 2nd year competing in the World Long Drive with Sav, and they have some really keen insight on how to stay relaxed but focused to really find the grid, but to really maximize your efforts while doing it. So you really don't want to miss this show. Okay, really simple. You would never lose your swing using this particular tool to cut grass. You got grass, you got a grass cutting tool, you want to cut grass along the surface of the ground. It doesn't get any more simple than that. This golf club that we have in our hands is a grass cutting tool. You take the sole of the club and you follow the ground in the direction that you want to start the ball. Then we work with club face and release as far as how you want the ball to fly in the air. But to get the ball airborne with some nice velocity and a good solid contact, all we got to do is cut grass along the ground. You would never lose this. This is something that you pass on to your kids, your grandkids, and your great-grandkids, and you never have to worry about them ever losing this skill. Same for golf. People, this is really important for you to get. You don't have to worry about any body parts when it comes to that. So if we watch Moo here do his signature setup, you'll notice that he'll do a couple of practice swings right next to the ball and see where his tool is cutting grass. Can everybody see where that club is passing? And so Moo sees the blur of that club and he knows exactly where that's going to be. And now he sets up to that golf ball. So Moo, what would you say now is your focus to deliver this shot?
Using easy momentum to the target.
There we go.
Jumped on that one a little bit.
That's all right. It started online. So we wanted something well struck.
Yeah.
So everybody can see there's the intermediate point that you're going for.
Yeah.
You started it slightly left of that line going for that flag, and it just overdrew a little bit.
Yeah, it was a little toe.
No big deal.
Yeah.
So would we then go to a video camera and start analyzing your body parts that were possibly defective in you executing that shot?
No, I'll just swing again.
You'll just swing again.
Yeah.
So this is really important for people to get. There's some serious, sports science behind what we're talking about right here. So they took a 1-foot putt, and they took a pro and an amateur doing a 1-foot putt, and they never missed. They did 100 in a row. Every brain scan was slightly different one from the next. That never repeated. But yet every ball went in the hole. So repetitive task, but nothing ever repeated exactly the same.
Yeah.
So the very next swing you make, are your hands going to be going exactly in the same dimples where the club face is going to be exactly the same positioning?
No.
Your feet are going to be a little bit differently placed. The ball position could be just a little smidge different.
Yeah.
So before we make any kind of correction, we want to see a pattern.
Right.
Let's try another one.
Okay.
Wow, look at that. The best lesson I ever gave is by shutting up, not saying anything.
Yeah.
Because I know that the very next swing's going to be slightly different.
Yeah.
And look, so if I would have said, hey, Moo, your club face is too closed, your grip is too strong. We got to weaken that grip and make sure that club face isn't too closed.
Yeah.
You probably would have blocked that out left of the bunkers
Right.
and be short-sighted on the green.
Most likely.
See, right?
Yeah.
But we didn't do anything to change it.
Yeah.
So, number one, understand that we have a pattern based on, hey, I'm going that way. The first thing you guys want to do is find an intermediate point, swing through that intermediate point and towards the target. So what does a good swing feel like, Moo? Does it feel guidey and pushy, or does it feel slingy and whippy?
Yeah, like whippy is the best
Right.
analogy to explain that.
Beautiful. So he likes the whippy word. Yeah. I have some students that prefer the slingy word. Like sling brings about something, a different flavor.
Yeah.
But it should never be shove, steer, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you could stand here for the next 1,000 years and never hit the same shot twice.
Right.
Even if we put your feet in the same pattern and the hands exactly the same and, change your grips to make sure that the grips are always the same, it won't happen from here out. So stop worrying about your golf swing and stop thinking that you have to fix it every time you make a mistake. Don't worry about your misses. Get back and focus on your target. So we don't want to guide and we don't want to be in a position to force. So let's look at the hole that we have right here. Yeah. We've got a carry that, Moo can comfortably carry 200 yards with his 8-iron, right? And that's 200-yard carry for the edge of the bunker here. And for me, that's a 6-iron, right?
Yeah.
A comfortable 6-iron is about 200 yards. But if I say, hey, if I don't nut this, if I don't hit the 6-iron perfect, I'm going to be in trouble.
Right. Yeah.
There's the added tension necessary to completely sink your golf swing. You want to ruin your golf swing? Put it in a position to strain. If you want to safeguard your golf swing, put it in a position where it feels easy to perform. So Moo, 8-iron, out of the question, we're using a smooth 7-iron. So now that you guys can see that a smooth 7-iron is making the deal for Moo.
Oh, it's 8 actually. It's for the record.
I stand corrected. There's the 3-shot. There's the three club deficit that I've been worried about all this time. For many of you, if I say, here's a 5-iron, let's hit a smooth shot, that doesn't exist. Because you're going 5-iron, I gotta really lay into it. You really don't. It's longer, it's got less club, it's gonna do the job for you. What you're looking for is momentum. So if we look at a little bit of a Happy Gilmore momentum, it would look like this. So there's effortless momentum with a lot of velocity. So I'm looking for really easy momentum to deliver in that direction. That felt amazing. So now I'm going to send those grass clippings in that direction using that momentum. Here we go. Man, that'll get there in spades. Just a little bit too much juice. I have a very easy up and down from there back to the flagstick. So that was nutted. Look at my carry is 216. So here I am, and I got a really easy up and down from there, and I'm not in trouble. So I feel like I can get up and down there for my birdie. I'm going to use momentum to deliver grass clippings in that direction with ease. What's that feel like again? Oh, yeah. Here comes the momentum. There we go. So now it started to the right like I wanted to, but it didn't draw back. But because I had plenty of club, I'm going to have another easy up and down from there. There's 208 carry. So I'm over here, and I got a nice easy chip back to the flagstick because I covered my bunkers. See where we're going now? So with a 5-iron in your hands, hey, I just hit 2 solid shots. They were just a little offline. I had another one, it's going to be right online. Now, what he's focused on, he's got a great story because now he's mingling with all the top guys in the world.
Yeah.
And one of those top guys is another Canadian by the name of Ryan Gregnall, right?
Yeah.
And so what are the latest conversation you had with Ryan?
We discussed about how to manage the adrenaline in relation to but allowing yourself to stay on target on the grid.
Right.
And we understood that having a focus with your action or your golf swing towards a target allows you to produce better results versus putting all the energy at the golf ball and allowing strain to overtake the action, right? So like you're saying, if you put too much strain, your whole kinetic chain is going to sputter or, not operate the way it should be efficiently.
So you could easily relate that to somebody on the first tee.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
And all the people are, watching them.
Yeah.
And you're on the first tee going, oh my God, I got all these people watching me.
Yeah.
And you lose sight of your target, and then there's this white ball standing in front of you.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys on the World Long Drive circuit, the ones who are not finding the grid are the ones who are out of focus.
Yeah, there's a lot of stimulus on that situation, right?
Yeah.
Your adrenaline is high, so it's managing the adrenaline and finding a way to calm the mind.
Yes.
And channel that adrenaline to something that's positive, or something that yields good results.
So you have to picture what you want to do with your ball flight.
That's right, exactly.
Right?
Yeah,
And I think, if you look at Kyle, has become an expert at that, right?
Yeah.
Because he says, with these conditions, I need to launch it at that height. And picturing the height in your shots is massive. That's one of the best tips I ever got from Mo Norman. Every clinic that he ever gave, we witnessed about a dozen clinics with Mo during his heyday of clinics. And every clinic, without fail, he used to talk about how high to put the ball. And he says, when I focus here, this goes away.
Right.
So he's focused on 40, 60, 80, 100 feet.
Yeah.
Where you guys are, how high are you now?
Some are 280, some are 200.
280 feet?
Yeah, because there's a adjustment you have to work with to carry it further. I know it's
These guys are talking jet stream.
Yeah, from the winds, yeah.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so it's cool to see them kind of negotiate, like when the wind's swirling around, they
Yeah.
either switch between a fade or a draw depending on what they have to negotiate with, and also get
So
the best
you have
results.
to be somewhat of an amateur meteorologist.
to a certain degree, yeah.
Yeah, because you got to analyze what the conditions are.
Yeah.
You say, well, today I need this height, and I need that loft and all that stuff to be able to get into that height.
Yeah, guys are adjusting on the range pretty fast once the wind changes.
And while the other guys who are not having success are going, where's my elbow? Where's my knee?
Where's
my
my
swing?
Yeah.
And they're looking for a fix in the swing, whereas the target and the flight is what's going to give you your swing.
That's right, yeah.
Cool stuff,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's incredibly important information right there, man.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys enjoyed our little session today on how never to lose your swing again. You just don't hide it, right?
Yeah.
Don't hide it behind strain and manipulation and being careful and trying to fix stuff that doesn't need fixing. We'll see you next week.